Okay, next sequence of attacks. Opponents coming down. This is a different kind of an attack. We just did 15 defenses against a straight-in attack to the heart. You're saying, okay, not everyone's going to attack straight in. So he's coming at me with the classic psycho killer type of knife attack, except this time you're not in the shower when he comes at you. He comes at me with the attack, and check his elbow, tap the pressure point underneath. You can actually just check his elbow, come down a little bit nicer. Okay, you control the elbow, you control the strength of the arm. Now see, that's the lesson here. You might say that technique won't save my life. The lesson might. The lesson of controlling the elbow with one hand. The attacks, control the elbow, and attack with the pressure point. Now it's a natural strike to a very sensitive pressure point area. Okay, we just gave the demonstrator a little tweak. Okay, now if we'll give the viewer a close-up of that serve, right here, comes straight up over the top, coming to the clavicle, you underneath the target, he comes down, and as he comes down, you drive in. Okay, now you're actually starting to move to where the knife is on the opposite side of your opponent, which, as we explained previously, is your optimal strategy and your baseline strategy in doing knife defenses. Again, he comes at you with the attack over the head, block, counter, behind, disarm. Okay? That's how you control it. Opposite side view again, please. He attacks. In, strike, move him around. Disarm. Now the next kind of attack in this situation where he's coming from above is not trying to resist him or to catch him. It's trying to accelerate him. So he attacks, coming here, taking him down by accelerating him. In other words, working with his motion, taking him down with his own motion. He attacks, 1, 2, boom. Okay, so my motion is right hand, left hand, right hand. My second time with the right hand is a striking. Comes at me, 1, 2, hit, disarm, end of fight. Okay, he attacks, something you've already seen today. And you step away from your opponent, put the knife on the opposite side. Now, what you see in the westerns, when somebody attacks with a knife, the cowboy and Indian sort of thing, the guy always blocks above, they always say, stroke this and that, a little tightness, right? The technique actually works. You can block with the right hand, or you can block with the left. Each one has a different feel. It puts a different stress on the arm. As you can tell from the demonstrator, it does twist the arm pretty significantly. Basically, he attacks, I'm in, I have to lean into him right away. The other hand goes into what we call the V of his elbow, and we make the number 4 with our arms. Now, what I do is I drive hard behind and snap his shoulder up. Right here, his shoulder is going. Okay, that would actually end the fight. He wouldn't be able to use his primary arm. On the left side, same technique, same concept. The right goes behind and under. This puts more stress to the shoulder. You can stretch it out if you want. You can snap it, go behind the band, take it down. Okay, those are all viable options. Now, I know you got some kickers out there. You're saying, well, he's not showing us any kick defenses, and there's 1 or 2 kick defenses that would work really nice right here. He attacks over the head, outside, and underneath the arc of the knife, so I can kick safely, okay? Most of the time you don't kick against knives simply because your foot is always being exposed to the blade. For example, femoral artery attack, okay? He attacks femoral artery, okay, or sciatic nerve. So you don't really use your legs all the time when that attacks. You use your legs to move you about. He attacks, so they're there to help you move. And use your hands to provide a protective wall and to control your opponent. And it all goes back to the basic knife philosophy that we discussed in segment 1. Your objective is to get control of the knife. Not to win a kicking contest or a point tournament contest. Get control of the knife and end the fight. So the kicks are much less important here. Okay, no amount of kicking your opponent is going to make him drop his knife. Okay, unless he's a very inexperienced knife fighter. Okay, so he steps back, he attacks, Step out of the way, right there. Hold for 1 second, please. You're out of the way. For a second, you have an open target or an open window. Up and roundhouse kick. Drive him in. Will it end the fight? No. Will it distract your opponent? Only to the point that you finish your kick and you're behind him. Okay? Another view. You attack over here, please. Attack and in. In. Okay, one last view. Attack, please. Out, in. In. Okay, now, there is a kick technique which works really well against a person coming in with an overhead knife attack. He attacks, spinning side kick. Basically, the arc of the side kick is away from the arc of the knife. And it gives you a good power technique directly into your opponent's sternum and solar plexus. So, factor that into your thinking. You have a roundhouse kick and a spinning side kick, which you can execute as part of your knife fight defense techniques.